Hello. 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 We're having fun with scenes. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? We're here. Live. Sherlock Holmes. The Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Alright, I just noticed Homeboy's holding a gun in his hand right there. But, yeah, it is what it is. Alright. Well, I don't remember exactly what we were doing. We're at the jail? I think we're at the jail. Talking to our poisoners. Did we literally just get here? Alright, we gotta put the mouse on high. That's right. Sorry, we gotta pass. Alright, let's switch this over. We got some cool sounds too, guys. That kind of acts like it sounds like it goes in the game. Oh, you can really hear the Emperor. It's too quiet. How about Goofy? Yeah, Goofy sounds fine. Yeah, so that's what we got going on, right? All right. So I need to review. Westgate Jail, need to pass. All right, that's right. So we're gonna go talk to that lady. Oh yeah, we know they're related. It's her daughter. Sherlock said, "What's Watson?"
What should we do next, Holmes?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you for, man. You're supposed to be like, well, this is maybe what we should do. Maybe I should have
Warden Mackenzie, at your service,
watched
sir.
what we did last time. It's been a week. All right, that's right. He said to walk down the middle. All right, so yeah. Let's go talk to Homeboy. Don't come back to me. I don't remember which cell he's in. It's probably in this one. This looks like him. It looks like a
Hans
poisoner.
Schielman, I require some information from you.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all
Why
the
does he have
time
that
I have
obnoxious
spent
German
rotting in
accent?
here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between two geniuses, two extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielman. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once.
Where are you trying to go?
But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Yes, I heard about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
Information.
What do you want?
Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort.
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me! Where was I?
What the hell?
Oh, yes,
This guy's nuts.
the bread.
Hey,
Did you
I'm
know
talking
that
you.
with a little
it down.
rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful
Wow, he's fucking with the
hallucinations.
guards.
Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Shielman.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded
No, Watson's not
people,
ordinary.
you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
Man.
What do you need?
Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Why does he only want his pen?
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen.
Fuck this guy, man.
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Why are we walking down the middle? There's none of these even in these cells.
What do you want? You're a friend of my brother, are you? That dirty rat. I'm going to have his guts for garters.
Who is that guy? Didn't know this conversation.
You've been lucky, little brother. Otherwise, your goose would have been cooked.
That's right, these guys are twin brothers. Okay, I remember. Where's this guy's fucking shit?
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Apparently not. You ain't talking. Hit E to interact. E does not. Who's in charge here?
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
Where's this shit at?
Can you tell me where I might find the locker room?
In the corridor that leads to the director's office. That's where the prisoners' civilian stuff is held. But seeing the length of their sentences, they've little chance of ever getting it back.
The music is kind of terrible in this game.
Can you open the locker room for us? We would like to inspect Shielman's personal items.
No, Mr. Holmes. I'm not responsible for that. You will find the keys in the secretary's office.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Alright. Let's go talk to the lady. Okay, where was that? Who's down here to the right? Yeah, let's look to the right. Down here to the left and the right.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You'll need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
What's up, homie? You got me?
Anything new, Mr. Holmes?
You got me?
Is your investigation advancing? Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
We need to look at his things.
We need to examine Shieldman's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment, you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard
Oh,
came to
yeah,
examine
they
it,
didn't call us.
but they came to the conclusion that it's better that the case remains shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly. Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his poisons are never ordinary.
Just give me the keys, you fucking cocksucker. What the fuck?
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list.
Ooh.
Do it as soon as possible.
He dropped the miss.
Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
She's not married. Yes,
Dry
she's
your
with
tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
Alright. I want to talk to her again.
But what could I have done with the keys?
What could she have done with the keys? Oh, I did it again. I did it again! What is this? Check her. Do we have the keys to everything?
Closed.
Up above.
Here is the locker of our friend, Hans, the mad
Oh, this is where we're
scientist.
supposed to go. I thought this was the employee one.
What a jump!
Oh, I see a puzzle coming.
Blotting paper. A paper knife. This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
As soon as the catastrophe came to be known, the alarm from mouth to mouth was blown. And the cry ran out all over the town. Good heavens, the Tay Bridge is blown. A passenger train for Edinburgh, which filling all the people's hearts sorrow, and made them for the turn pale. Because none of them of the passengers were savvy to tell how the disaster happened on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. Okay, some of the letters stand out, like the SS's.
A poem in Hans's handwriting. A poem in Hans's handwriting. Blotting paper. Nothing of interest here. There is something interesting here.
What is it?
Blotting paper. Blotting paper. There is something interesting here.
Okay, we're on to something. Let's see another one here.
There is something interesting here. There is something interesting here.
Alright, so should we check those edges?
I can't do that.
All of them?
Blotting paper. This cannot be a simple coincidence.
Okay, CABRHS. CABR. Is it just an S?
Perfect.
Hey, now we're puzzling, baby.
What is written on that note, Holmes?
Later, Watson, later.
Whoa, I shouldn't have known.
We can give Hans his pen.
Do we want to give Hans the pen? I feel like we should do something else. And I want to know what was on that note.
Closed.
Pick it. Nose.
Closed.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We can give Hans his pen.
Oh, okay. So they actually answered that time.
What a bunch of incompetents. Oh, if I was as unprofessional as that, there would be murderers running all over the town.
What's the matter? Are you a patient of Dr. Watson?
Very amusing.
I was going on about the dry cleaners in Westgate Street. They've just delivered my ceremonial uniform in the middle of my duty, when I've told them 1,000 times not to bring it until after 6 in the evening.
A ceremonial uniform? You've been promoted?
No, and that's not about to happen. No, I've been invited to a wedding. I hope to be. I'm in trouble. If the director sees that I've left my post, I'll be sacked without pay.
Oh, he's banging this.
Give it to me, Warden Brighton. I'll take
daughter.
care of it for you.
Really? Thanks a lot. Here's the key to the cloakroom and that of my locker. I'm really grateful, Mr. Holmes.
What have you got in mind, Holmes? You're not doing this out of kindness, are you?
No, Out of curiosity, we will be able to access the cloakroom with these keys. Locked. I can feel a draft. This must be the access to the inside yard. Closed.
I thought he gave us the key. Now, how many keys do we have? Jesus Christ. Alright, so now she lost her key in here somewhere.
Miss Patterson's locker. Miss Patterson's locker. Miss Patterson's locker.
Good. They share a locker room? No, I guess they don't have to change. It's probably just to hold their shit.
Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach caused by stress, without a doubt. Bicarbonate. The name on the key is Jenny Patterson. That is interesting. I need something. I need something.
That's alright, hang his shit up for him. That's what we were doing. Alright, that's what his ones. I thought those were Hans' posts for a minute, but you know, I'm just, whatever. Whatever. This one sit there. But now we got a key to hers. So let's hook her shit up.
Let us examine Miss Patterson's locker.
The lock on this box is rather sophisticated.
Oh, what the fuck?
Incredible. Is Jenny hiding something?
What are we trying to even do? Well, we can put them anywhere. Do we want all the greens to touch? Yeah, I don't like these ones. Let's just get those out of the way. I don't know, it just seems like it fits there. I'm assuming we gotta have them all touching something. Somehow. that's something, right? So...
It's really very clever. Little Jenny
That's
is
two of them
astonishing.
I've done in like 5 minutes. Jenny Patterson, Frank Brighton's A Single Heart with Two Souls and Eternal Love. Yeah, we figured
A locket, sealing the relation between Jenny and Warden Brighton. Decidedly, this boy is not a great poet.
It's not that matters. Service sheet, basement guard, Warden O'Sullivan, reception, Warden Brighton, on call in the guards room, Warden McKenzie, coordination, Chief Warden James.
Here is the famous guard duty list. Interesting.
My Jenny, let's get married. Never mind the consequences. Your father will have to accept the fact. We are in love. Think about the baby and don't forget that I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you a poem. Jenny Patterson, your heart pounds. Mine was a time. Our love has no bounds. It goes on and on. I was inspired by great Chinese poets to write it. Be courteous.
A letter from Brighton to Jenny. Barely
Find
literate.
romance.
Apparently, Jenny is carrying Brighton's child, and it seems that Jenny's father, the director, is unaware of this.
I think he knows something. Alright, let's go leave those wide open. Alright. Let's go give her the lists. And then we'll go see Hans. Hans!
We have found the guard duty cards, miss. If you like, I can go and discreetly give them to the guards.
Oh, thank you. You've got me out of a lot of trouble, Mr. Holmes.
Get out from behind the door, Sherlock.
Closed.
I don't know the keys, do I? So you really need to come out in front and talk to him. I really do.
Sorry, sirs.
I really
I'm on
do.
duty. I can't help you.
I was giving you your fucking job. Dude,
Sorry, Mr. Holmes, you can't go into the basement for the moment.
what's wrong?
For what reason?
The door has locked itself automatically. You must enter a new security code.
Do it then.
Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard duty list yet. Without that information, we don't know who's authorised to take note of the new code.
So Mackenzie is locked in the high security zone.
Yes, but don't worry about him. He's trained for this sort of dysfunction.
Why not ask the director to take note of the code and open the door?
He isn't allowed to, and I doubt that he would run the risk of going against the orders of the administration centre. Anyway, the bars in the high security section are joined to the alarm system, which is in that room. We only need to sound it to unblock, but you see, we can't do that now.
We'll try to find the duty list, Warden James.
We got it.
We have found Chief Warden James's duty list.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Let's see. O'Sullivan, it's you who takes over from Mackenzie. Take note of the code, please, and unblock the door.
At once, Chief.
Yes.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, could I ask you for a favour?
No.
Please do.
I think I can say on behalf of all the staff that we would be honoured if you would care to write something in our guest book.
With pleasure, O'Sullivan. You seem worn out, O'Sullivan. A good night's sleep would do you good.
A good night's sleep would do me good. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Did he just poison
Is
him?
something worrying you?
As you know, Westgate Prison will soon be demolished. I'm spending most of my nights studying for my exam to join the police. You understand, I have to think about my future. So sleep isn't a priority at the moment.
Scotland Yard is always looking for young, competent and motivated men. Would a letter of recommendation from me allow you to get some sleep?
Look at this guy.
A letter from Mr. Sherlock Holmes recommending me for Scotland Yard? Are you quite serious?
Completely serious, my young friend. May I use this writing paper? The one on your desk.
1,000 thanks, Mr. Holmes. 1,000 thanks.
It is addressed to Inspector Baines, a good friend of mine. There's no need to remind you that it must be opened only by the person to whom it is addressed.
Yes, of course. I'll give it to him personally. Thank you again, Mr. Holmes. At your service, Mr. Holmes.
What's going on here?
At your service, Mr. Holmes. At your...
I don't want to talk to him anymore. I want to talk to Watson.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We can give Hans his pen.
Can we? Are we allowed down there? What are we got to read? This is weird.
It is the guard's guest book, perhaps for distinguished guests. These weapons are obviously ready to use in case of emergency.
Alright, so I looked at some of it. Alright, what's up with Hans' pen? You've been relieved, Tommy.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Alright, we really don't have to walk down the middle. What is this guy doing?
Well,
We should just go on a piece of chalk.
see you. Well,
Your pen.
You have what you wanted, your precious pen.
you seem annoyed, Mr. Holmes. I would even go so far as to say terribly worried.
Why should you care, Mr. Shielman? Let's talk about that poison.
I am not talking about you in the grip of natural emotions found in ordinary people who are confronted by the inexplicable. But as for Mr. Holmes, you are embarrassed, aren't you? Are you hiding something?
That is enough, Shielman.
You have kept your word. Therefore, I will keep mine at this moment. The poison which so interests you isn't finished yet. Its maker is encountering great difficulties in attaining the desired results.
We've seen that.
What is the end result?
Now, Mr. Holmes, the end result of any science, as Descartes once said, to become the master and owner of nature. Here we are talking about human nature, of course. And the creator's problem isn't so much the mixture as the durability of his creation.
What do you mean?
You see, this poison was made using rare but very volatile short-living compounds, which means that it is only possible to produce small quantities, which most importantly do not keep for a long time.
Well, that's good.
Conceiving such a product in a laboratory especially built for the purpose could be achieved by any good chemist.
Well, that's not
But
good.
recopying this alchemy on another scale and keeping it ready at any moment, observing the particular conservation and storing conditions that a substance of this type requires, well, that would need a genius. I doubt if the creator of this mixture would be capable.
And you would be, of course.
Of course.
Luckily, you are going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Luck is cyclical. It always comes around again, sooner or later. As far as I am concerned, I have the feeling that the cycle is going to be very short.
Oh, he thinks he's getting out. That's what that sounds like to me.
Holmes, it sounds to me as though this Shielman is implying that an escape attempt will be made.
Yes, we must go and warn the director.
Yeah, good. I'll hold the E button for interact. Come on. Alright, through the door. I guess those doors have to be shut. Oh, 17.
The guards must spend long hours here.
And some cats.
Cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing of interest here.
That'd be a very responsive tonight. Hey, Selena. Oh, it's on
It is
and
out of
popping.
the question that your bastard is named Patterson. Very well. You refuse to reveal the father to me? Well, then go and join him. I'm not stopping you.
I can't.
What's going on here?
Director, you will have to postpone this small family reunion. We believe that a serious scheme is afoot. We must act without delay.
You're not thinking of...
Yes, Shielman's words leave no room for doubt. It seems that he is planning an escape attempt. We strongly advise you to search his cell.
Do you really believe that he's hiding something?
Yeah, he's got a pen.
Because I must make an official report and have a legitimate reason for doing a search.
Director, if this prison is still in operation, it is solely because of its reputation. Think of the consequences of an escape. It would be closed at once. And what post do you imagine would be offered to the person deemed responsible?
He ain't gonna have shit to do.
You're right. No one will escape from Westgate under Patterson. I will order an immediate search of Mr. Shielman's cell.
Chief Warden James reporting. The search of prisoner Hans Shielman's cell has been carried out. No suspicious items were found.
Thank you, Chief James. I feel better now. Without wishing to offend you, Mr. Holmes, I am glad that you were mistaken.
Oh, I'm not.
If I'm not mistaken, we've nothing more to do here. Shall we go, Holmes?
There's just one more thing for me to see, Watson.
What's that?
Mr. Holmes, sorry to interrupt you, but Miss Jenny wishes to see you alone. She is waiting for you in her office.
This, Watson.
How did you know?
Wait for me in the guard's room. I won't be long.
What an extraordinary gentleman that Sherlock Holmes is. You must have had lots of adventures with him.
And misadventures.
Oh, yes, dozens.
Thought he was infallible. But there wasn't anything out of the way in the rat killer's cell. Could he have been mistaken?
I must admit...
Warden Brighton, in my office immediately. That's an order.
The director seems furious.
Yes. It must be important for him to order Brighton to leave his post.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's not normal. I've never heard Flint shout like that.
But why doesn't O'Sullivan sound the alarm?
Follow me, Mackenzie. Let's go and have a look.
Here we go.
I'll come with you.
No, Dr. Watson, you're not allowed in. Wait for me here.
Very well.
Hey, but the grill is blocked, Chief.
We've been locked in. And that smoke, it's coming from below. O'Sullivan, can you hear us?
Sully, are you alive? Answer us, Sully.
What's going on? Can I help you?
Sound the alarm in the guard's room. That should unblock the door.
Sound
Be
the
quick.
alarm.
O'Sullivan might be in danger.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't work.
Run, Watson, from the guards room. Where's the guards room?
There is nothing interesting here.
It's probably the switchboard here.
Locked.
Hey, what are you waiting for to sound the alarm, Doctor?
It's impossible. It's been damaged. I'll run and warn the director.
There we go.
No, Doctor, our priority is to save O'Sullivan. Go ahead through the visitors' corridor and see if he answers your call.
Very well.
Take the keys, they're in our room.
Alright, shit's going down.
O'Sullivan, can you hear me? O'Sullivan, answer me.
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here. The Flints have escaped, and they are fighting like dogs. Help!
It's a catastrophe. Locked.
It's totally fucking Hans.
I've got the keys, Doctor. Thank you.
Follow me, Watson. We must repair the alarm.
Finally. There you are, Holmes.
I didn't want to do that.
I'm going to turn on the system.
What?
Watson, you make sure of the contact.
I hope that this isn't dangerous.
Am I just a second too slow on this? We're gonna block it? Pushes it down. Okay, it's like fucking Frogger. Can we use the mouse keyboard? Oh, we can. Okay, duh, it's right there. Alright, so we gotta go on through here. That one got me again. There we go.
It works.
Perfect.
It's open. Let's go down.
Be careful. From what your colleague said, the Flints are out.
We are trained for this sort of situation.
You got duped,
and we're armed.
Watson.
Come and help us, Watson.
Everything is back to normal. Thank you for your help, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure.
But where is O'Sullivan?
He's no longer here. He must have gone out for the visitors' interest.
Yes, and he must be pleased to have gotten out of the basement.
Good. We must now check all the cells. It's the procedure in case of an alarm.
We'll come and help you.
You are evidently fond of wasting time, my dear fellow.
Whoa, whoa.
Rejoin me at the reception when you've finished.
Something ain't right. That guy had a German accent. And these guys are all chilled out.
The grate is open. This is alarming. He's fine where he is, under the cover, still.
How can he sleep with all this noise?
I'll admit it's not normal. Perhaps the smoke has poisoned him. I had better take a look.
Be careful, Doctor. He is dangerous.
To give me a key or is it just open?
O'Sullivan!
It's impossible. He was with us only a few moments ago. Or else...
Or else it wasn't O'Sullivan.
My God, he's escaped. The rat killer has escaped.
Told you. Sherlock told you. So I want to search his body. Hold on. Alright, stab him. Alright, nothing in there. Alright. Alright, okay, so I can't go up the visitor's entrance. Get me out of here.
Ah, Holmes, there you are. Hans has escaped. I fear that this inquiry is a bitter defeat for us.
Not at all, my dear fellow. Quite the contrary. Follow me.
Why the devil have you brought me behind the prison?
We have an appointment, Watson.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Alright.
Look who is waiting for us.
Shieldman! I'll go back and alert the guards.
Calm down. He's harmless.
But what is he doing here? Why hasn't he run away?
Because I asked him not to.
Are you telling me that you helped him to escape?
Quite so, as he wouldn't have been able to do so alone.
But how? And why? He's a dangerous madman. Holmes, you've made me an accomplice in this escape. You owe me some explanation.
And you will have them. But my priority for the moment is to remove our new friend to a safe place. I won't be long, but I must go alone. I'll rejoin you later. Just give me your next destination.
Very well. I suppose you know what you're doing.
How could you doubt it? Here, take the notes. They will help you when you write up the account of our visit to Westgate. So, where do I find you?
Guess we're going to Baker Street.
I think it would be better to go back to Baker Street.
All right, I will join you there.
Holmes' notes regarding the way that he helped Hans Schlaumann escape from prison are so extraordinary that I feel it would be better to transcribe word for word the conversation we had afterwards regarding this matter. I felt the impatience in my friend's look. However, he delayed relaying to me the details of his incredible achievement. He began by telling me about Hans Schloemann's fountain pen. Oh, which one? This is what he said. The key to escape is actually Hans Schloemann's fountain pen. There's a note inside the locker, coded from your memory. Whoever's smart enough to open this case should know what a couple of drops of my masterpiece are mixed together with this ink inside this pen's reservoir. If you're reading this note, it means you are in a tight spot, so understand that my special ink will temporarily destroy the will of anyone it touches. Therefore, you have a few precious seconds in which you can shape the subject's will. Recognize my genius. Okay. Alright, so if you're going to use it, you're going to help him. Blah, 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 blah. Taking a nappy nap. All right.
Oh, so all that for
There might
nothing.
have been two things we were supposed to read.
Oh, they
We better
didn't
miss
find
something.
anything. Sherlock Holmes isn't a nice man, is he? I don't think I like him now.
Look what I found.
Don't do that. We don't like him, but you shouldn't hit him like that.
Give that back. It's only a doll.
This is Sherlock Holmes's attic. All this must have belonged to him. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading.
3 trails and 2 dead ends. The poor nephew is dead, but Baines has the bishop's murderers. The only one left is the rat killer. Have you questioned him?
No.
What are you
May
waiting
I
for?
ask when you're going to do it?
When I have found him.
What? You're not trying to tell me that he's escaped again?
Yes, but this time it's not your fault, nor mine for that matter.
You've been using me, Holmes. I unwittingly aided one of the most dangerous criminals in the kingdom to escape.
Something's fishy
so
with Holmes.
please tell me why.
An explanation would be futile. It would only lead to further pointless questions.
But do you have even the slightest notion as to where he might be hiding?
Forget Hans Schielmann for the moment, Watson. Just concentrate on the fact that the bishop is on the chessboard.
In any case, the news has spread like wildfire. Look at the headlines. All the papers are talking about it. And the Globe Explorer, their editors must be jumping for joy.
Let the dogs bark with the pack, Watson.
But how could Farley be so well informed? Look, he also mentions our visit to the opium den, and in great detail. How did he know?
Let me see. Contrary to what you might think, Watson, I do not consider that all of our trails have led to dead ends. We're simply missing a common denominator, something that links them together.
Deduction board.
And our journalist's mystery informer might just be that missing link.
Should we attempt to uncover his identity?
It is essential that we do so. Let us examine the map. We must talk to Mr. Farley.
Oh, the rat killer and president who escaped from murder achieved one of the most spectacular escapes in British history. The escape took place without violence or bloodshed, and it is extraordinary that prison guards did not observe anything untoward. Indeed, it was something entirely unconnected with the prison who noticed that the dangerous criminal was missing. That person was none other than Dr. John Watson. Yes, dear readers, you read it correctly. Dr. Watson, you're a companion of Baker Street Detective Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so they're just saying it's connected. Okay, tea tray. Alright, you're stealing tea. Control Sherlock Holmes. We gotta look at our map. Or we're gonna look at this map.
Here we are at Farley's office.
Farley.
One cannot say that ethics play a very large role in his life. Look at the headlines pinned to the walls, like trophies of bad taste. Perhaps we will finally begin to understand the reasons for his persistence in tarnishing your reputation.
Perhaps.
We breaking in?
Coffee. It's still hot.
Coffee.
This is an electric box. Interesting.
What does that do?
I cannot leave now.
Okay, I thought that was the door.
Cigarettes. An ordinary, inexpensive brand.
Ordinary.
A press card. Osmond Farley. It's his overcoat.
Alright, so we know he's here.
This door is locked. Is Farley afraid of being interrupted suddenly?
I must go out for a while, Miss Jean. I won't be long. Ask my appointments to wait, and send this message as a matter of urgency.
Mr. Osmond Farley, I presume.
Messrs. Holmes and Watson. What a surprise.
What is there so surprising about being visited by the targets of your slander?
I never slander. I inform.
You will have to accept the consequences of these articles, Mr. Farley.
Those words sound like a threat, Mr. Holmes.
I never threaten. I merely warn.
You don't frighten me, Mr. Holmes. I know all of your little secrets. And soon all of London will find out what really hides behind the facade of the impeccable detective. Thanks to my work, the whole world will discover the true Sherlock Holmes. Gentlemen, I don't wish you a good day.
What a bore! Even to the point of refusing to shake our hands.
Which means that we can avoid having to wash them. Did you notice the crumbs on his jacket? He had just finished eating and his hands will be covered in grease, the same as his mouth.
Slovenly habits. That's quite disgusting, Holmes.
Do not be deceived, Watson. The workmanship in those tailor-made clothes indicate that he is a man who takes pride in his appearance. If Farley has left without brushing off his jacket or washing his hands, then it is because he spotted our approach and wished to avoid us at all costs.
But why?
We will find out by searching his office.
The secretary will stop you. Please reassure me, Holmes, you don't intend upon knocking her out?
Only if we exhaust every other viable alternative.
Did we get his smokes? We did.
The secretary is occupied in sending a telegram via their electric telegraph. Farley asked that she should do so before he left.
We must find a way of interrupting the transmission,
right,
which will oblige
easy.
her to go to the telegraph office in Kensington.
It'll probably be a puzzle.
It will take her some time to get there, and if we add on the time it takes to send the telegram and then return here, we should have ample time to search the office without being disturbed.
I suppose it's unnecessary to point out the illegality of this search?
I'm afraid so.
Who cares? Oh, the hanger. We probably need that.
This hanger has a large iron hook.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need it to break into this thing over here.
I cannot leave now.
I don't want to leave. That do anything?
I can hear an electrical humming. The secretary is using the electricity supplied by this switch. Let us see if I can cause a short circuit. Let us see if I can cause a short... Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
We gotta get these ends to connect over here. It's gonna be like that, for sure. Technically, that should work.
Let us see if I can cause a short... Let us see if I can cause a short
Oh, we have
circuit.
this one down here, maybe? Ah, yeah, okay.
Let us see if I can cause... Let us see if I can cause a short...
Maybe? We don't got it. Well, how else does this one go down? Let's reset it.
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
Okay, so we know that's got to do that. We know that's got to do that. We know that's got to go there. Now here's where we get a little funny. And that totally does it, but it's totally too easy, right?
Let us see if I can cause a short circuit. There we are. It is simplicity
There we
itself.
go. That one was a little bit harder.
That's just too bad.
Get out quickly, Watson. I'm going to hide here.
Yeah, that's very discreet.
The way is clear.
Left the fuse box open and everything. All right. It's good work, Holmes. Oop, did it again.
Let's go, Watson.
What's the achievement? From under the press. The press is the most valuable institution if you only know how to use it. Go right for the desk.
A page of this notebook has been torn out. We can only see the title in shorthand and today's date. It's a message that the secretary must send urgently. I'm going to recopy it.
You can read shorthand? You never cease to amaze me. Were you a secretary before becoming the great
Perhaps. But no, a man must have his secrets.
His secrets. Notes on the investigation to Sherlock Holmes to all his colleagues after the visit from...
A makeup case with a good brush.
Good brush. We need something.
I must look more attentively. I can make out the marks, but I need something to bring them to light. I must look more attentively. I can make out the...
That's what the brush is for. Okay, we'll come back to that. We need some, like, dust or something?
The ribbon is missing from this machine. Here is Farley's secretary's telegram. Nothing special
Oh, that's
here.
a cool picture, actually. I mean, just saying. I like that.
This book has fallen down from the shelf.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. My word, it's my stories about your investigations.
A real investigative reporter must have read them, my dear Watson. My adventures have fallen from this shelf.
Yeah, but what was he doing on that shelf? Sherlock? I will call on you this morning. Destroy this letter. Receive it urgently. Your revelations regarding our man's true schemes are incredibly a Machiavellianism of sorts.
This paper only just escaped the flames.
But who is this note about? And who wrote it?
I will deal with it later. Someone closed the curtain as though he wanted to maintain his privacy. This cabinet has a lot of drawers, each marked with a letter. There is surely a great deal of information in them.
But we can't open all of them. We must know what we are looking for.
Okay.
A bunch of keys, a telephone, a technological marvel. A number was written next to it quite recently. A fine, educated hand.
Holmes, this number seems very familiar.
Yes, but let us dial it to be sure.
Where was the number?
Miss, get me 1313, please. It is Scotland Yard, of course. I'm beginning to understand.
Is it Baines?
Lucky you.
Judging from all the notes on the board, our reporter is an assiduous and organized worker.
Prince of Woodville.
A photograph of Prince Woodville. Farley is evidently also interested in this affair.
What do we got here, Farley? Mystery surrounds the body drawn in the Thames. The body of a man discovered yesterday morning up on the banks of the Thames still remains a mystery. An autopsy revealed the amount of water in the lungs. The victim's lungs confirms a man's death by drowning. However, the many gaping wounds on his body point to savage aggression before death. For the moment, no explanation has been provided by authorities. 50-year-old bargeman. Cops knew who he was. He liked to eat cereal? What?
A horrible story, and rather a strange one.
News in brief, the Covenant of St. Anthony, town of... That is not a real fucking town. On the Isle of Wales, it was the scene of a macabre discovery last Sunday. Found the villagers' arrival at the Covenant, with their arms laden with provisions and nuns, butchers good meat. Strange sucked down with a holy place.
Here's what is strange. An attack of collective insanity.
Typewriter.
Our man left his sandwich unfinished. This armchair is out of place. This ashtray is worth examining.
That cigar's still lit.
The cigar end is still hot. This ash comes from an ordinary, well-known brand of cigarettes. It is still warm.
That it?
This cigar is of a fine quality. It must be very expensive and difficult to obtain.
And it is not even finished. What a waste.
What a waste.
Farley was not alone when we arrived at his secretary's office.
You are thinking of the owner of the cigar.
Yes, the reporter smokes ordinary cigarettes.
Which we know.
Can you smell the subtle scent of gingerbread? That is the characteristic odor of a Habano Clarissimo. Our mysterious visitor is a rich man, Watson. This category of Havanas is exorbitant, and I cannot imagine a cigar lover crushing out such a marvelous smoke before finishing it. Since we saw no one leaving the building, that must point to a secret exit somewhere.
How are we going to find it?
Are you still
By
here?
retracing Farley's steps from the moment before we arrived. Look, this room is teeming with clues.
Recreate Farley's sequence of actions just before the arrival of Sherlock Holmes. No, the journalist with a cigar and a cigarette at the same time. The visitor smokes a cigar and said opposite the journalist. I like that one. Okay, armchairs are in place. Journalist sat in this armchair. The journalist pushed the armchair where he ran. Oh, we need some more information. We gotta do that. We're not ready for that. We gotta read what's on that note. So apparently we're just not doing it right. Is that a clue on that?
The key is still in the lock. The secretary has just changed the typewriter ribbon. There are smudges of dark blue ink. The secretary has just...
Alright, I wanted to use the brush on there.
I must look.
Oh, the ash.
I understand what you want to do. It's an old trick.
Brush, 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 brush.
I can see what has been written. Please write it down.
Very well, Holmes.
Holmes, follow up. Prepare elements bio DF.
I wonder which drawer the secretary was interested in. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. The DF drawer, of course, the one in the message that we deciphered from the secretary's desk blotter. Closed. The DF drawer closed. The DF closed. The DF... There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one? No, it is unnecessary. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one? No, I can't do that. No, I can't do... No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, it is unnecessary.
Okay, are we going to try every one of them?
No, I can't do that. These blue stains come from an old typewriter ribbon.
Aha!
This card has been removed recently.
Prince Woodville, closely related to the royal family, recently permitted to legally use the title of prince after an investigation by a committee of experts and representatives of the royal line. Highly regarded among the common people, involved in charitable, philanthropical actions, distribution of soup to the needy, financing campaign for medical treatment, and blankets. He showed himself as popular, but his critics refer to the term populist, intelligent, cultivated. But some abrupt changes of mood have been observed when replying to journalists' tactless questions.
This card has got grease marks on it. The reporter made them. Apparently, he's making inquiries about Prince Woodville, too.
But where do you come into all this? Look, if we pull the curtain a little, we can see out into the street.
Okay.
Someone closed...
How do we pull the curtain? Okay, I still think we're right. We are right about that. They smoked opposite each other. The journalist sat, journalist pushed their armchair, journalist visitor sat in the armchair. Let's get something from underneath it. Alright, looked at the window when he saw Holmes. I think he took the file. We want to get rid of the paper. The journalist dropped the paper under the fire by accident. No, that's not true. Nothing to do. He deliberately threw it in the fire. Want to give his book to the visitor. Try to touch the book. Is that it? Are we going to go over here and do this room? No. So apparently we're wrong. What's up with the chair? Let's go look at the chair again.
This armchair is...
Push it?
This armchair...
I feel like we're missing something. You get something in the ceiling?
My adventure...
We must finish.
This book has fallen down. A real...
Maybe? Okay, so that's right. It looks like... Oh yeah, I didn't read the last one. That's totally right. Okay, I'm confused. We're not good? Oh, I get it. Okay, we're gonna put them in order. Okay, a journalist visitor smoked a cigar. He looked at the window and saw Holmes. No. The journalist with his back to the window? No. Okay. This is gonna be 5. He needs some information from the book. Then he burned that shit. No. Okay, this is definitely not number 2. There's no... Okay, so that's gotta be 1. Am I missing something? So that's why there's no 6? You are Nibbler. Garden, I've been there for a long time. We know that. The book is not from this bookcase. Maybe? They're going to tell us if we're right or not, wouldn't they? I feel like there's something we're missing. Alright.
We must finish.
Yeah, I can't figure it out, Watson.
Someone closed the curtain, as though he...
Or if his back was to the window, he wouldn't have seen Holmes coming. Yeah, no, none of that's right whatsoever. Oh, the key! Alright, that changes everything. I really didn't see that there. No, okay, so Journalist looked out the window and saw Holmes. Pushed the armchair. Book's not from the bookcase. He deliberately threw it in the fire. Yeah? No? Okay, well, so we'll start there. So I would make this 5. No, she didn't do that. The journalist closed the door and left the key in the lock. Okay, so maybe he looked at the window and saw Holmes. He had to push the chair, close the door and let the key in the lock. Need the info from the book. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so am I getting some shit right here? Okay. So we got here 1, 2, 3, 4.
Farley consulted a card while he ate, which was given to him by his secretary just before she changed the ribbon on her typewriter. The reporter's greasy fingerprints are all over the card. When he went to file it away, he glanced automatically out of the window and saw us in the street.
He closed the filing cabinet and rushed to lock his office door. In his haste, he pushed his chair aside, but didn't think to return it to its place.
Precisely. He then hurried to tell his visitor of our arrival and showed him the way out. He then threw a piece of paper into the fireplace.
But we still don't know how the cigar-smoking visitor departed.
The answer lies in the direction the reporter took, Watson. At a certain moment, he would have been in a place where he had no logical reason to be. Look at our deduction board, and then let us go to the place where the reporter should not be.
Okay. Where should we be?
Perhaps not, Watson. Perfect.
Is this a secret passage? Really?
Yes, Watson. In his haste, Farley dropped this book, taking it from the shelf.
Let's search this place.
There's a control box built
Suddenly
into
more
the filing
puzzles.
cabinet. This box must open the secret door.
We don't know the combination, Holmes.
The answer is perhaps within the question, my dear fellow. There's a control...
We don't know the combination, Holmes.
The answer is perhaps within the question, my dear fellow. That's not right.
+6. Do we have something in our inventory? Elements by DF.
There's a control...
We don't know the combination, Holmes.
The answer is perhaps...
Oh wow, I've got no fucking clue on this one. Oh, it's 6 letters after D. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So J maybe? X, that doesn't make sense. X, Y,
That's not right. That's not right.
That would have been too easy, huh? Alright, well, we're going to stop right here because we ain't getting this anytime soon. So, drop a like if you haven't already, guys. Drop a sub if you're new. I'm out.